guys move on from topics so quickly.
That's true.
Do you even talk about when they get together?
No. We'll have like a 30-minute chat.
A 30-minute chat.
Is that not a long talk? This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to help you build your brand or business online. But more on that later.
Hey, welcome to the break room where storytellers come to talk about life, love, and everything in between. I'm Michelle.
I am Austin.
And I'm Mish. Woo.
Wow, what is this brand
Whoa.
new place?
Something feels different. I can't.
Something has changed.
within me.
Break room. What do you guys think?
Do you like it? A+? Who likes it? We gave no warning that this was going to happen, so surprise!
Huge shout out to Jessica and Benson for doing all this. This was their project, and I really like how it turned out.
I also painted it.
Sorry, yeah. And also Michelle's also both did you help paint, right?
Yeah.
And then Mish.
I saw one of these. Just one or two, though. So,
Wow.
yay!
Look at us.
Our first segment is called Asking for a Friend, where someone from the office or one of you guys sends in a question about life or love or relationships, and we give our invaluable or invaluable advice. And today's question comes from Michelle.
Wow!
Okay, I got a question. It's not my scenario, but
Sure.
it's like,
I'm just kidding. Just joking.
but it is what I've heard from friends, and I feel like it also alludes to other situations that happen a lot in friend groups or like hearing from friends. So here's the scenario. Okay, let's say you have a friend, like a really good friend. They're on the rocks with a partner. You know, they've had some fights, and the partner goes, "I'm gonna change. I'm gonna put in more effort. Like I want this to work." You know, and then there's a really big, obvious holiday for couples called Valentine's Day.
No way.
Right? They don't do anything. What do you think about the situation? Is my friend right to be mad?
I mean, that's kind of messed up. If you said you're gonna change and you don't change.
Oh, then yeah. What are you doing?
It's like I see some of the parts where it's like, oh, like they had this conversation maybe like a week or two before Valentine's Day, so maybe it was like, oh, they didn't think about it. But then I'm also like, they have been together for a few years.
Exactly.
And apparently the first year they were together, he like gave a lot of gifts and stuff. And then this year just didn't think about anything.
You did like nada, like nothing.
It's like he forgot it was coming up.
Kind of hard to forget when there's so many reminders
It was
everywhere.
She was like, oh, maybe I should do this on Friday. And then he was like, we'll like drink and like watch something together. She knew what Friday was, which was the Valentine's Day. She's like, you didn't have anything planned? And then she was visibly upset. And then this was on like the Thursday or the Wednesday before Valentine's Day. It's kind of like he like didn't register that the Friday was a special day.
Oh, I see. Okay. So he kind of just forgot.
He forgot.
So
but he had chances to.
Yeah.
Like, he had a few days to, like, do something.
Would you guys say that forgetting Valentine's Day is less bad than forgetting an anniversary?
I think it's all bad.
I think they're equally all
I think
bad.
they're pretty bad. I know there are some people who are like, if you're in the consensus that, like, you don't care about Valentine's Day, I think it's one thing.
Yeah.
Let's say one person doesn't care about Valentine's Day and the other does. I feel like as a good partner, you should still care about the thing that your partner cares about. So if it's a special holiday or special occasion, you should care about it even if you don't care about it.
Yeah, I think, of course.
Yeah.
Do we know what happened on Valentine's Day? Did they end up doing anything, or?
He kind of tried to like pull stuff out of his ass to try to do something, but he didn't get her flowers. He didn't get chocolate. He didn't write a card. And when she confronted him about all these things, he had all these excuses. It's like, oh, but I know you don't really like flowers. Or like, oh, I know you don't really eat chocolate. Or, you know, I'm not a card guy.
Ouch.
I have a question for both of you. You know that meme that's like, or that trend's like, girls don't want flowers for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
That's not true, right? Like, because there's that other one where the girl's like, she's like, I want flowers for Valentine's Day.
I think it depends on certain people. I think some people don't like flowers.
Yeah.
I think you should know your partner enough about if they like flowers or not.
Oh,
And then if they
okay.
don't like flowers, find an alternative to flowers. Like that's why people do like chicken nugget bouquets or stuffed animal bouquets. You know what I mean?
It's just something meaningful. It doesn't have to be.
That's what
a
she said. It was
flower.
about the gesture.
Yeah.
yeah.
So for me, everyone has their own opinion about Valentine's Day. Okay, whatever, whether you want to celebrate it or not, or you think it's another day, yada yada yada. But if you've been together for 3 years,
Yeah.
I think you should know by now what kind of like partner the
Yeah.
other person is in terms of what they expect for these kinds of holidays or milestones. It's frustrating when they haven't planned anything.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you need to do the most grand gesture in the world, or do like people do mariachi band outside the house or anything,
Yeah.
even just a simple thing that you have a date or you go out somewhere special. Because I think the main thing that she's angry about, I don't want to speak for her, but it's just that the thing is as the longer you are in a relationship, sometimes the romance tends to die. It's like you're not courting them anymore.
Yeah.
You're not dating them anymore
Yeah.
just because you got too comfortable being in a relationship together. And that's the sad part. That's the hurtful part.
So I just
Yeah.
remembered another thing that was mentioned, which was like when he noticed, like before Valentine's Day, but when she found out that he wasn't planning anything, he apparently noticed how upset she was and tried to find reservations for
Okay.
places. And he was so stressed about it and he couldn't find any reservations. Would you consider that effort?
Did he tell her that?
Yes.
I hate when people say I would have wanted to do this for us or done this for you, and then you don't do it. Then what's the point of you saying it? Then just don't say. I don't know. I think if you couldn't do one thing, there has to be an alternative. You
Yeah.
know, it doesn't have to be the same thing, or it doesn't have to be the same cost, the same grandeur of it. At least there's an alternative.
Yeah.
you
Like, at least
know?
something.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
something
yeah.
heartfelt or heartwarming a little bit more.
It's like if there was no reservations, it's like you could try to cook for them.
Make a nice
Yeah.
meal or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not all about the cost. Also, I feel like that's what a lot of people tend to
Yeah.
argue about. It's not about the cost. It's just more about the effort. That there's still some romance. As cheesy as it is, some romantic aspect into your lives, and you are not just fully comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to be comfortable, but obviously, show some sort of appreciation for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I would be mad.
I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about when you said it's like, oh, I was thinking about doing this. And it's like, oh, now you're telling me that you were thinking about doing it, but I have nothing. How am I?
Now I'm just sad.
Yeah, now I just am thinking about the thing that I don't have because you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some people are like, yeah, but it's the thought that counts.
No.
Wait. But what if he's like, oh, sorry, I really want to do this thing. Like, XYZ didn't work out, but he still did something.
I think it depends. Like, it depends on the factors, because if it was like, oh, I wanted to do this, but I didn't have time because I was so busy. And it's like, sometimes for me, I'm like, yeah, but sometimes if you care, you would make time.
I believe that. I'm always a busy person. I'll make time. I hate that it depends, but it does depend. But at the same time, I don't know. It just feels weird to bring up something that you wish you could have done, regardless of whether you actually did something. Because now it's like, what if I did want that other thing instead? If you want to have actually done that other thing that you wish you would have done, then maybe you plan it for another thing. Don't spoil
spoil
it.
it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like people say, oh, I was thinking about doing this, and it's kind of like pulling it out of their ass, like making the other person think like, oh, I was really going to plan it, but it's kind of just an excuse to make themselves look good. Like, I was thinking about this super romantic thing. I swear I was thinking about it, but it's kind of them making you want to believe that they are as romantic as they are trying to make themselves sound.
Okay, so basically, if you don't have your plan A, you should have a plan B. You
Yes.
just commit to plan B. You don't even bring up that you had a plan A.
And then say for plan A for another time.
Save plan A for a different time. Okay.
But then it's your fault if you forget plan A.
Yeah. Well,
But at least
95% of the time.
the other person will never know, if it falls through plan A, because you never told them what you were thinking about in the first place.
That's true.
And it's not a bad thing. It's more, I guess it doesn't hurt.
If you
people.
never tell them something that you plan, they don't know what they're missing out on.
Yeah. And I think the other thing that from the initial scenario you said is that they established that they wanted to make more of an effort.
Exactly.
I think that's the bigger thing of like, if you tell your partner, hey, I want to make this work, if things are a little rocky or whatever, I think it's important to actually follow through, because or else if you can't even do that, you're like, oh, I want to keep the romance alive. I don't know if that was part of it or not.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty basic, to not even like get flowers or chocolate or something.
That's
like,
what I think too. It was the easiest level for you. You had something so straightforward right in front of you.
Valentine's,
You go to a grocery store. There's Valentine shit everywhere. There's flowers everywhere. Like
It's
all
like
these new products.
More the easier holiday than like a birthday
Yeah.
or Christmas, because that's a little bit more personalized and more sentimental or bigger. But Valentine's is more just like a gesture.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
The sponsor of today's video is Squarespace. We love Squarespace and have been using their platform to build our brand and business online for years. Squarespace's new design intelligence combines 2 decades of design expertise and cutting-edge AI to empower you to build a website perfectly tailored to fit your needs. Then get more easily discovered with the help of their integrated SEO tools. All sites on Squarespace are optimized to show up more often on global search engines. And now with Squarespace Payments, it's easier than ever to manage your payments in one place. Give your customers the option to pay through popular payment methods, including Apple Pay, ACH, Direct Deposit, and Klarna. Head over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/wongfu to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And now, back to the video.
I just want random follow-up
Yeah.
based on you, because I feel like for us women, how like your friend was very open to talking about that, and I'm sure that you gave some sort of talk or opinion
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Probably not to this extent, but I'm sure you did. I wonder how does like as a dude
yeah.
What do you
on the
mean?
other side, example, if you had a friend, kind of imagine just switch it, like her friend, and then it's like your friend just talking about their partner.
Is
not
he the
doing
one
well.
not doing enough? Like, is he the one that didn't do enough on Valentine's Day? Or is he the one
Ooh,
that the
that's tough.
girl's not...
What about both? I want to
Yeah.
hear both. What if you know
Yeah.
that you're
Okay.
What if you know your friend isn't stepping up? Would you talk to them about it?
Yeah, it's what kind of boys conversation
I think it
happens?
depends on how close I am. It's like if one of my boys...
Okay,
it's-
let's play a scenario. What if
Yeah.
it's like he comes up to you and be like, "Yeah, it's really rough with Stephanie. Yeah, she got really mad at me because I didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. Like, I mean, I like tried to find some dinner reservations, couldn't find any.
I'd be like, did you cook for her?
No, I just ordered takeout.
I could imagine just a lot of guy conversation.
Oh,
Like,
man, I'm
damn,
trying to think.
that blows, dude.
Like, it'd be like,
sucks.
oh, that reservation's like, oh, that sucks.
And then that's it. And the conversation just ends there.
I feel like I would tell him to... Let me think. Okay. if
like
that's the-
honestly.
If
Would you
that's just-
actually?
Actually, depending on the friend, if they didn't do anything, like straight up nothing, and it's like...
Like, let's say, right, you asked the same questions that she had asked, which was, did you get her flowers? Did you write a card? Did you get her chocolates? And he was like, no, because of the same reasons. Like, I don't think she really likes flowers. She doesn't really eat that much chocolate. I'm not a card guy.
I don't know why she's tripping so much.
I understand that she's upset. Be like, hey, man, like...
You totally wouldn't you?
No. It depends on like if I know this guy is willing to listen to it. Because some guys I'd be like, that's rough, man.
That's rough, buddy.
Because some guys just straight up won't listen.
Yeah.
But if it's one of my closer friends, I'm like, all right, dude, like if you really want to make this work, you have to put the effort in. Like some of my friends, I'd be like, dude, fix this. Like this is your problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, that's good.
What if he was like, yeah, but I tried, man. Like, I tried to make dinner reservations. What can I do?
But it was so full. I didn't realize that I couldn't get it like the day of Valentine's Day. What the heck? I'm like, idiot.
Oh, geez.
So I just got kava with her.
Do like a makeup Valentine's Day? I don't know. I don't think I would be like...
As detailed or anything. Right?
Yeah, I just feel like guys wouldn't
Yeah.
say that much detail.
That's why I was asking.
would-
That's why I was asking, because it's just interesting that
Yeah.
I feel like for girls that we would talk about the same thing for like 2 hours or something.
What if it's the opposite? Like, your friend goes to you, be like, oh, my partner didn't do anything.
Or it's like she didn't care about it, and then he cares about.
Oh, if he like
more.
did like a grand thing, she was kind of like, eh.
Yeah, we
about
could do
the whole
something.
thing.
Yeah, we could do it like that.
We could do that
yeah.
too.
Oh, that'd be...
Ouch.
That'd be so sad.
Which is worse? Person does grand gesture and the other person doesn't reciprocate well, or someone doesn't do a grand gesture and is upset.
If they don't do anything,
Yeah.
and they're upset, is the worst.
Yeah, okay.
If they do something, even the idea of effort,
Yeah.
and then the person's still disappointed,
Yeah.
is better.
Yeah.
Because at least they put, like, if they just don't care about Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
for people that don't care, it's really hard to get them to care.
Yeah.
But if your partner cares, you do the bare minimum.
Right. It's
know what I mean?
so easy to do the bare minimum.
You do the bare minimum, I think you're in the clear. Like, she's upset, you didn't take her to a 5-star dinner. I mean,
That's crazy. Who does that?
you know what I
People
mean?
do
though?
that,
Like,
yeah.
if that's what she expected,
yeah.
but you just got her flowers and just did something nice.
I see.
I think at least you tried, and
Yeah.
that's just like figuring out where your relationship works.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then on the flip side of, oh, you did something really grand, she's kind of like, eh. It's just like, oh, it's just when someone doesn't pretty much like reciprocate your love language, like that just feels so like
That's true.
invalidating.
Yeah.
Unvalidating. I don't know if there's a word or not.
Validating.
Yeah, that'd be hurt. So
What would you? Yeah.
Yeah. How would you talk to your bro? That sucks, buddy.
that sucks, buddy. Because what sucks is at the same time, you can't be too upset at the same time, because like you don't do something for someone and hoping that they.
Oh, that's true.
You know, when you do a grand gesture for someone, it's not because you're like, oh, I want them to feel really grateful to me. It's
Yeah.
oh, it's just an expression of how you like them.
Yeah.
It just sucks still, though.
It really sucks, and it's something where hopefully the other person learns to to appreciate those things. But at the same time, it's like, okay, maybe you have to figure out what they enjoy too. Because at the same time, like, let's say they really don't like going out, like, oh, I don't want to do something big, and you do something big anyways.
Yeah.
That's also kind of bad, where you're basically trying to force them to enjoy something you like.
Yeah.
When you're trying to celebrate them, which doesn't make any sense. Then it's kind of selfish.
Yeah.
I would tell them, that sucks, buddy.
And then you guys would just move on from the conversation, or would you guys even just talk about it?
I mean,
a
is he
little
like
bit more?
torn up about it? Is he like,
I don't know.
"Man."
I feel like I don't know. It's just interesting because guys move on from topics so quickly.
That's true.
The girlies just hyper fixate
On every single detail.
No. Wait,
detail.
okay. When there's like a breakup or something big enough,
But
that's
it's
when
only
you,
that big enough. It only has to be like either breakup or got together. Or do you even talk about when they get together? There's only breakup, right?
No. We'll have like a 30-minute chat.
A
Like,
30-minute chat.
Is that not a long talk?
Yo, dude, when that happens to me and my friends, our whole hangout is that.
A breakup is a whole day commitment.
Dude, no. A breakup is like every weekend for like a month.
We're
you
like,
hang out with them.
breakup is we're talking until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
or something.
And then get together is like a whole hangout. Like,
How do you have that much to talk about?
there's just we talk about the emotions, the details.
talk about the lead up
every
of how you
angle.
started, how they asked you out or something, first date, like why you started liking them, why you wanted to be in a
Yeah.
relationship with them.
Wait, okay, I get most of those things too, and that takes like 2 hours.
I don't know. We just don't. I think we just like over fixate on every single like oh we had to fight about this. Oh, so what happened in that? Or oh who did this? Oh, but then when did that happen?
Yeah, think about all the questions that you ask for any scenario before every aspect of their relationship.
Yeah.
Or like a fight, right? Like you say the fight and you'll be like, okay, but like, was this happening? Like, what if blah 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 blah? Like, is he working, or like, were you just like, did you communicate? All the questions that you ask.
Yeah. Was it on the phone? Was it text or call? How did he type that?
Wait,
Does he
okay.
normally type like that?
So all the times I'm like, give me the context. You guys just do that, but when I ask it here, they just like, oh, why do you always ask for this?
Because that's a
different.
hypothetical.
Oh
we don't
my
know they're
gosh.
not real situations.
We don't know the details of a hypothetical. We get the context of other things because those things there's actually provided receipts for
Yes,
it.
it's happened in real time. But anyways,
Okay.
so as a guy, I just wanted to mostly know, like, so what my friend's boyfriend did, which was not do anything on Valentine's Day. It's bad, right?
Yeah, it's bad, especially if he knows she cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Especially with the context of the fact that he said that he would be better.
Like, it's not hard to do something on Valentine's Day.
Again, it's not even doing a lot. It's doing the bare minimum.
But I guess apparently I feel like some people need to know what the bare minimum is, because I feel like I see on
Yeah.
like Instagram or on TikTok a lot. Apparently people don't know what the bare minimum is.
Everyone has different standards.
Yeah, everyone has different. I guess it is different for everyone.
But I think what he did is it bad? Yes, but not like the most terrible or red flag thing in the world. If ever, it could be improved. But I think it's mainly that what he did is bad, and that your friend's bad reaction is completely valid though.
Yeah.
Because there was some sort of expectation that was promised.
Yeah.
And it was not met. So that's something that he needs to work on and maybe communicate. They need to communicate better. I don't know what he thinks is him doing better.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what I'm hearing is, for people who don't celebrate Valentine's Day, do it anyways. No?
I mean, if the partner cares.
Yeah, I think
If it's communicated.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's communicated, and if you feel like it's important to at least one person, I think you should celebrate it. But if you're both in the same boat of like, oh, it's just another day, then okay, then you don't need to do it. Then no one's forcing you to do it. All about a relationship is doing something and for the other person also, in a sense, where just because you don't necessarily like things, you kind of meet in the middle somewhat.
And you said it right. Like it wouldn't be as big of an issue if they didn't just have the talk of like, let's try harder.
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
people mess up. Sometimes, I get it. It's like, then own up to it. Extra one last context is, he didn't even say sorry.
Oh.
Anyways, but thank you for your insight to hear your
Expert
opinions.
opinion, obviously.
Just do things on important day.
Or it doesn't have to be just one day. It could
Every day.
continuously
Any day.
keep up that romance.
Yeah.
Do the bare minimum at least.
What's the bare
At
minimum?
least. In this case,
Yeah.
it would have been to at least have any sort of plan. You could have just bought a steak from Ralph's and grilled it if she likes steak. It's not that hard.
Steak.
Yeah, but that is all the time we have today. Thank you for your insight, y'all. If you have anything that you would like to ask for us to kind of overanalyze or give advice for, let us know. We have a form in our description. But until next time, bye.
Bye.